I've completed a number of insane and extreme demons, however there's some that I made decent progress on but never actually completed. So what are these levels and why did I never complete them? Getting percentages like 85%, why did I never see these through to completion? Hi, hello, so today I want to go through some extreme/insane demons that I gave up on. Yeah, we've got quite a few in this list, so yeah, let's just start with some insane demons, I think. Now, I have completed most of the insane demons that I've started, except for this one, Necropolis. I've put so many attempts into this level, even more in a copyable, and I just can't seem to do it. I am absolutely dreadful at timing, so that's probably a major culprit, but oh my god, is this level annoying. You start off with this part, which isn't too bad, but the ball part, oh, the ball part. This takes so long, like it gets into your muscle memory a bit eventually, but it never gets completely consistent, for me anyway. This ship part is super easy, I barely ever die here. This Q part isn't too bad either, but it has a little bit of memorization bits that you need to do. Yeah, there's just like invisible blocks on the spikes, because why not? That UFO part's annoying. This ball part, oh my lord. This memorization part is actually quite fun once you learn it. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. This ball part, oh my lord, you have to go so way earlier than you think you do there. And then this part you have to, yeah, it's really weird to get used to, but you do get used to it. But none of that is the main reason why I haven't completed this level yet. Right here, this ball part going into that UFO double click. I could not consistently do that double click at all. Like that never got consistent for me. I practiced it so much, I'll show you a copyable in a second. That being said, I haven't died to it in this practice run yet, so maybe I could be ready to beat this level by now. Yeah, you can see it does that half the time and it's just annoying. Because it's first of all a timing, and then you gotta double click it like really quickly and precisely, and and then from here the level isn't too bad, it's just got some like tricky timings and memorization parts, and that's about it. And then from here it's like basically free, I think, except for this one ball part which is like, I don't know, it's not too bad. You did like this ball part here, you get consistent at it, it's not too bad, but it's a bit weird. Right, yeah. And it's just like a free UFO. Although I did do a practice run, there's a clip on my channel somewhere, and then I died to that because I just decided to do that for some reason. So that was the practice run of Necropolis, yeah, 65 attempts, 2,800 attempts in here, and if I go to the copyables, or just one copyable rather, 1,300. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was, but this copyable is purely for this part. That's the only reason I made a copyable for this level, is for this part here. It's just, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so that was Necropolis. That's the first level I kind of gave up on, I guess you could say. Okay, the next one is also an insane demon here, Magma Core. I didn't put too many attempts into this. I have a lot more in a copyable, I do believe, but I did say that with Necropolis too. This level is actually kind of fun. Like, I don't mind this too much, but there's one main, especially like one part, which I really dislike with this level. This spam wave part is actually a little bit annoying and inconsistent. Like yeah, especially with those portals, like it doesn't, I don't know. I never got consistent with it. Oh, this part is super annoying. It's just memorization of where you need to go. You can technically straight fly through the middle, but it's like nearly impossible, especially with the speed changes. Never mind, Jesus Christ, okay. And this, oh my god. So there's D blocks on these ones in the middle, but not those ones. So you can see, I can actually die to hitting those. So you gotta spam like in the middle there, but then you gotta try and transition out of that spam. Transitioning out of spam in general just kind of sucks because everyone spams at different rates, right? This was the part that caused me to quit the level, especially that little spam bit down there. So as you can see, you're going along and it just cuts off your visibility entirely, and it's horrible. Especially this part here, it has to become pure muscle memory. And I thought this was just a hard part on its own, and that's why I was struggling. But I actually got rid of these pulses to black, and I could do it like first try almost every single time. And this part is also super weird because these are spaced differently, and some of them have S blocks and some of them don't. And you have to do that. Yeah, no, not a fan, not a fan. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. Anyway, so yeah, that's like most of Magma Core. That's like the bad parts, essentially. Wow, I cannot speak. So the next level I'm going to talk about is Sigma Interface. I didn't necessarily drop this as much as I just haven't really put that many attempts into it and put that much time into it. I got into practicing it a little bit and figured it's a little bit too above my skill level at the moment. I would love to beat this one day. This is one of the levels I really want to do eventually, but just, yeah, not at the moment. Because it's mostly like wave and ship based. Like with, you know, wave and ship skill based. Wow. And it's actually a really cool level. I actually really like this level. The gameplay is super tight, and it's kind of like my favorite type of gameplay, basically. So unlike the 2 insane demons that I dropped, this level I kind of only dropped because it was beyond my skill level, and we'll start seeing that more and more with these upcoming levels. Okay, the next one, Deception Dive. I didn't put that many attempts into this level, to be honest. And I'm surprised I got 58%. I actually don't remember practicing this that much. And overall, like, this level is pretty easy for an extreme demon, I think. The main difficulty comes from its length, right? And it's pretty fun overall up until about the point where I died, I think. Deception Dive 2. I've put 1,000 attempts into this one, so about 2,000 attempts into the level overall. This part here, this difficulty spikes so much in this section, I reckon. Because you gotta time that blue jump orb, that last blue jump orb there, so you land on that slope but not do it too late. And that's actually really tricky timing, especially for 4 times speed. And you can see this wave part, I never got consistent with that. I almost did, but didn't quite, yeah. This ship part isn't too bad. Oh, it's this robot. This robot wasn't too bad. This robot, it took a bit to get used to, but overall, like, I got decently consistent with it. But yeah, I don't know, all of this difficulty spike right at the end of the level, I don't know. I felt like it was a difficulty spike. Maybe other people don't. Maybe that's just me because I suck at ball and spider. But I don't know. Anyway, that was Deception Dive, yeah. But now we're moving on to levels that I really remember fondly, and that is Glide. I put a lot of attempts into this level, and I love this level. Glide is such an awesome level. I absolutely love it to bits, and it's such a difficulty spike for me personally, going from, you know, my hardest being Accu, or I guess at the time, Cataclysm. This first part here is like really difficult actually, but I absolutely love this part. Like this is, I don't know. I like the gameplay of Glide so much. I don't know, I have a really soft spot for it for some reason. That timing there used to be impossible. I used to struggle with that so much. I couldn't even do it in practice mode the first time. And I got somewhat consistent with it. I could do it like 2 times in a row very occasionally. Because the trick is you gotta slide off that block there, so hang on. Like that. See, you saw I slid off it instead of like doing that. It's a little bit harder to time. If you let go a little bit early and slide off it, and then you can do that, and it's like, gets a little bit more consistent that way. Now this ship part is like really deceptively hard. Like this doesn't look too bad, but it's actually really difficult. Especially at first. Like it takes a long time to get used to and learn the timings of the jump orbs. Like especially that one, that timing is so difficult. And this part from here is just, oh, it's awesome. There's a lot of inconsistent parts, like a lot of parts of the drop just are really inconsistent, but I mean, those black orbs aren't too bad, like they kind of get consistent, I'm just forgetting the timings. But the gameplay is just so weird, and I love it so much. That last jump with the UFO, that last like red jump orb into the pink one, that never got consistent for me. The double clicks, first level I ever played with double clicks, fun fact. It's just so awesome. Like, what is this gameplay? This gameplay is so unique, but it's just awesome. I love it so much. And this part at the end here is so difficult. I find this really challenging as someone who sucks at timings. But oh my god, is it so cool with the dash orbs. Oh, sorry, I know I'm like fanboying a little bit with this level, but I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite levels in the game, to be honest with you. This UFO part is like actually pretty consistent, I found. There we go, boom, and that's the whole level done. So yeah, I'm glad I got to do another practice run of that. I forgot about those end spikes, oh man. So it's 2,300 attempts on there, and if I search up, you can see I've got 355 on that one, 3,400 on that attempt, on that copyable, and 200 on that one. Now, next up, Gunslinger Corridor by Deadly, well, it used to be Deadly Prisma, but now it's Deadly Players. But yeah, I put a lot of attempts into this level, and I really actually like this level. A lot of people hate it, but I actually kind of like it. Really not sure what my voice did just then, but that's fine. Because it's one of those levels where it's like, I watch a video of it, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. And then I play it and start practicing it, and I can actually like do some of the parts, and I'm like, whoa, okay. And it's just like a lot of ship and wave skill as well, which is why a lot of people think it's like easy, but I don't know, I found it very difficult. Like the gameplay, I mean, let's be honest, the gameplay in this section is really not that good, but like, that's the whole point of Death Corridor, right? It was just really difficult and repetitive gameplay. Oh, it's been tweaked a little bit. Now this is the reason I gave up, is this wave part. Yeah, the wave parts in this level are really kind of pretty tricky, I say as I do it right there. Especially this one. This one is really hard. I don't know, it just feels unnatural to do, I feel like, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, I'm personally a pretty big fan. I put 3,000 attempts into that, and I know I've got like a million copyables, yeah, almost 3,000 into that one, 200 into that one. And yeah, that is another level I ended up giving up on, unfortunately. And now the final one, the one that was probably in the thumbnail, the one you've been waiting for, bloodbath, 86%. Yes, I got 86% on bloodbath and gave up. Why? Well, first of all, let's just look at the attempt count here. That's nearly 12,000 attempts on this here. Bloodbath Copyables here, I've got this one with 1,100 for Michigan's part, 70% is 755, and the cracks ship here, which used to be my main copyable I use for everything, 14,000 attempts. Yeah, so that is well over 25,000 at this point, which is a lot. And I got so close to beating it, 86%, like that's pretty decent, that's past most of the hard parts. Like from there, it's actually not that bad of a level, like it's pretty easy, to be honest. Yet I never beat it. And why is that? Well, I was gonna beat it. I had full intent on actually just seeing it through to completion, and this was like a few months ago, right? I was gonna complete this, but stuff kind of happened in the real world, you know, with my real life, and I can't remember completely what it was, but something had to take my attention away from this, and I couldn't play the level for like a few days. And then I came back to it after that few days, and I just could not get consistent at stuff anymore, and then I just ended up giving up on it. So that's why. But overall, like, I feel like I probably could beat this now. Like, I don't know. Practicing this level definitely improved my skill level so much. Oh my god. I tried to beat this straight out of beating Kata, actually. I beat Cataclysm, practiced this for fun a little bit, and then kind of gave up on it, but was kind of practicing it just on and off for years. I've been practicing this level on and off for literally years. And then I came back to it and I'm like, you know what? I can beat this. I'm gonna finish it. And you know what caused me to think I could beat it? It was getting consistent at this ball part here. I could never get consistent at that, and that like ate all of my attempts. I even have a video on this channel, I think. But once I figured out how to get consistent at that, boom, I decided to go for it, and I, got 86%. This ball part gave me so much trouble. I think I've improved at the ball a bunch though, because I just did that first try. Wow. And Crack's ship part, I mean, I'm still yet to find a more fun ship part. Alright, fight me. Never played a more fun ship part in a level other than this. It's just, oh my god, it's just so fluid and it just works so well. I don't know, I love it personally. Here, this ball part. I died at this ball from 0 so many times, you have no idea. By so many times, I mean like maybe 7, I think. About 7 times, yeah. But it's so easy. There's no reason I should be dying to that. Anyway, from 70 to 100, I've done this run so many times, like probably close to like 30 or 40 times, if I'm being completely honest with you. I've done this run so many times. Again, this is a level I really, really want to beat one day. This is like, talk about comeback of the century. I really, really want to do this. It's just really, really challenging and really difficult, but one day I will beat Bloodbath. Anyway, so with that, I think that's basically all of the levels I've given up on. There's some things like Thanatophobia that I just haven't really practiced yet. And The Lost Existence, Necropolis, Space Locked, that has a bug at like 35% or something, 240 bugs, which sucks. I don't know why 2 the Stars is in here, I'm gonna be completely honest. This is meant to be my bucket list, right? And for some reason, yeah, 2 the Stars was in here. Although I did beat this when it was considered a hard demon, and I beat it like super quickly, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm so good. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Fun little thing to just go through some levels I've given up on over time. I really like the idea of doing these types of videos. I have tons of ideas with these, which is not just like beating insane/extreme demons and stuff like that, right? I got heaps of ideas with stuff still, so yeah, I really am looking forward to continuing to make videos on the channel, as always. Speaking of as always, thank you for the support, as always. Really, really appreciate it, and yeah, I think that's gonna be just about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.